People, this is your boy Wisdom,
and I'm Sharona.
Welcome to WS Vibe
TV. We're back.
Yeah. So yes, today we are going to continue from where we stopped from the last video. We're going to be talking about cultural differences today in relationship, long distance relationship and non-long distance relationship. Particularly, we're going to be talking about our own experience when we were in long distance relationship and right now as married couple. So let's sit back, relax, and let's get started. Yeah, that's it. So you have you want?
Well, no, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So first of all, some of these things, if not well handled, can cause relationship. So that is why it's always good to take time to look into these things. It's always good for a couple when they're starting in a relationship. You have to take time to study one another's culture, especially if you are coming both of you have different cultural background, nationality and cultural background. It is important, very vital that you take time to explain your culture to one another.
Right.
And first of all, but before then, let's establish this. Because that's a saying that knowledge is power.
Right.
When you're knowledgeable about the thing, the way you handle it will be quite different from somebody who is not knowledgeable about it. If you see culture for what it is, the way you will handle it in your relationship will be completely different from that person who do not have
knowledge,
right knowledge about it, or right perspective to culture. So first, we have to establish that we are one humanity with diversities of culture, languages, traditions, nationalities.
Right. We're one human race.
It's about one human race.
Right.
And so that is from that standpoint, with that understanding, there's need for us to honor each other's culture. There's need for us to respect each other's culture. There's need for us to celebrate each other's culture. I will liken that to the colors of rainbow. That's one rainbow, but different or 7 color spectrum, and those 7 color spectrum together form harmony of beauty of life. And that is exactly what different diversities we have. One humanity of different diversities.
Right.
So when we come together, it's supposed to form perfect harmony of humanity. And so in that point, we celebrate each other's culture, we respect each other's culture, we honor each other's culture, we look at each other's culture for what it is. There's no culture greater than the other. There's no culture superior than the other. There's no culture better than the other.
Exactly.
all culture are different expression of different aspects of humanity.
Can I say something?
Right.
When you say that another culture or another nationality is under your nationality or your culture, you create separation.
Right.
And that's
strife.
Yeah, you create strife, and that's why you have the way the world is today. A lot of people, see their race, their culture, their nationality as being better than the other.
That's it. And that shouldn't be.
Right.
So, that being said, in a relationship, that is how you should look at culture. You should look at it that, okay, this person is representing another expression or another aspect
of humanity,
of human race.
Exactly.
And this person is representing another aspect of human race.
Right.
And so both of you got to learn this different aspect from each other, and then learn how to respect it
and have a right perspective.
Right. With right perspective.
Yeah.
Respect it, learn it, and respect it. You don't try to impose your own culture on your partner, and your partner can't impose his or her culture on you. It has to, if there's any place where, everything has to be mutual. Everything has to be exactly.
Right.
You have to, in love, learn each other's culture. In love, appreciate each other's culture. In love, work things out in the midst of this. Between both of you, you have to learn a place of compromise.
Exactly.
That is how we dealt with our own. That's how we dealt with it. Initially, we were struggling with it, but at a point we
get an understanding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to understand, okay, how we're going to handle this. First, we have to look at it from right perspective.
Right.
Cultures are different aspects, a different expression of different aspect of human race. So I respect your culture, you respect my culture, and then where do we need to come to a place of compromise?
And can I say something?
Yeah.
When it comes to cultures, also, there may be some aspect in Wiz's culture that he doesn't agree. There are some things in his culture that he doesn't agree with, and that he doesn't actually do or a part of in his culture. There's some things in the culture here in the United States that I don't agree with, and I don't, participate in that aspect of cultures.
Right.
So.
And also there are some things about the culture of the United States that I don't agree with it.
Right.
And you understand, and vice versa too. So
so that's important to discuss amongst each other. What in your culture you don't agree with, and that necessarily does not mean that you have to do what your traditions do.
That's right.
Because we all evolve.
Right. So it's important that when you're starting up, take time to explain these things, explain your cultures to each other.
Right.
And that was the time during our engagement when she came to Africa, to Nigeria. And during our engagement, the elders, she needed to receive the elders' blessing, and she had to kneel down. And so I had to explain to her, this is how it is done here, and she respected it. I'm sure it is not done like that in the United States. So she has to kneel down, and the elders place hand on her and then bless her.
Right.
Yeah,
and the same thing like last year when we went to Ebony State to see Wiz's parents and siblings and extended family. I had to kneel down again. Mind you, I had on a skirt and high heels.
Right.
I felt
we
little.
both had to kneel.
I felt a little kind of way when I had to do that. But however, They went and got me a pillow for my knees, and I did kneel down, and Wiz's dad, who is the chief of the village, and also his uncle and his mom and all the family, they all gathered around us, and they spoke blessings over our union. That was so awesome. I wish we could have got that on video. We didn't get it on video.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we went to the village to visit my parents, I explained to her, okay, these are the ways, these are the ways they do things here, and this is the way you should respond when this is. When need be, you have to respond this way. And then she made it clear to me also that she may not be able to taste food because her stomach is very sensitive, and she doesn't want to. And I understood perfectly, and I already prepared my mind that, okay, if that come up when we get to the village, that I'm going to explain to my parents that, okay, she's a foreigner, she come from and they are not used to this kind of food, and I don't want her to get sick.
Right.
Yeah. So
they understood
that
I didn't eat. Yeah.
That was how we handled that aspect. There's no place for offense.
Right.
It is understandable. Yeah. Yes. So basically, all this thing has to. If there is love, there will always be understanding. You understand? There will always be that understand. There's always be that you will learn to
understand.
Exactly. That place of compromise.
Right.
Don't say, yeah, in Africa, this is how we do it.
Right.
The problem I have come to understood between people from Africa marrying somebody
in the US,
in the United States is that thing, in Africa, like almost like some part of Africa or some culture in Africa, men rule over women. Or there's certain ways, men are treated, and then you expect when you come here, you want to enforce it. Yeah, you must be treated. Wife must treat you. Your wife must treat you this way. That if you maintain that, you're going to have issues.
Yeah.
In your relationship.
Right.
And so you have to learn a place of adjustment.
Right.
And then she has to learn the place of adjustment.
Right.
You meet at the middle, or you meet in the middle, you understand, and then work things out.
Right. And it's an everyday thing, adjusting, working things out.
Exactly.
A process is an everyday thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So while we're in long distance relationship, those are the things we know how we handle it when she talked, because we've explained to each other. When she talked, I know where she's coming from. When she says certain things, I know where she was coming from. You understand, and vice versa. And so that helped us in maintaining that. And then even now we're still learning. We're still growing.
Yeah.
So
because it's totally different. Long distance versus now living under the same roof.
That's
it's
right.
Totally different.
Totally.
So
different.
Yeah, we're adjusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is it, people. That is where we're gonna stop for today.
Yes.
We in the next video we're gonna talk about personality differences. I'm sure some of these things, if it's not well handled, like I mentioned earlier, when you come here as an African man or whatever, and you don't come and then stamp your feet, you must do it in our way, you must do it. The American woman, you don't stand, you must do it in our way. So there have to be that mutual respect for each other, and then learn to compromise.
Yeah.
And then, so in the next video we're going to talk about personality differences and so
ready?
Yeah.
Okay guys, so we're going to end this, and please subscribe to this channel, please. And if this has helped you, go ahead and like. Also, comment. We would love to hear your comments. We loved how the other videos, well, from my other channel that you guys commented. Now we have a new channel. So if you haven't resubscribed, please resubscribe. Also, share our channel with others, and follow us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook. The information is in our description box.
Right. Thank you all for watching. Peace.
Peace.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.